Cuidas tí agus fáilte go Hocus Pocus Lack of Focus, the very uneducational podcast that feeds your brain with topics such as witchcraft, paranormality, true crime, strange history, and everything weird and wonderful in the world. Today we will be talking about zombie plans. And are you ready for the undead apocalypse? It's Mr. Justy, and I'm looking forward to the super cut producer Alex is going to do, showing how many times I say the word zombie. And it will be a lot. I am joined by a man who may or may not be autistic, so if he becomes a zombie, he might walk around saying, trains. It's Oisin Byrne.
They're coming for you, Justy.
And our hostess with the most chess, who will be glad that men are interested in her for her brain instead of her tits. It's Dani Thomas.
Thank you very much.
Boo.
I don't even have an argument for that one, honestly.
Yeah, I just boo you every week.
I know, that's fine. I'm the worst member of the podcast. We all know that. It's okay.
Jesus Christ. Get some confidence.
No, I agree. No, I agree. I'm like literally, because I don't know maths. I don't know who fucking
Anyone is.
any political people are. So
Being historical or political, your eyes just well up and your lip trembles. But if you're talking about magic or
mayhem,
pissing in the woods, you're just like, now is my moment to shine.
Bodily functions.
Lucky that today we are talking about something completely out of the fucking ordinary, and we're going to be talking about zombies. So you can, we don't have to count anything.
I'm so excited.
You don't have to know any fucking Abraham Lincolns or fucking anybody like that. You just have to.
Abe Lincoln is the first place.
It's the only historical figure I could think of. My brain went straight to old honest Abe.
Abraham Lincoln, famously a vampire hunter.
Yeah, actually, famously a vampire hunter. That makes sense. Yeah.
Also, he's definitely been a zombie in media. There's no doubt in my mind there's been a zombie Abe Lincoln somewhere.
Simpsons.
Simpsons did it.
God damn it.
Well, no, there was a zombie George Washington. That's what I'm thinking of. And then, like, one of my favorite Simpsons quotes of all time is, "Excuse me, I'm John Smith. John Smith, 1882. My mistake."
That's what he climbs back into the grave, was it?
He climbs back into the grave. Yeah. And then he's like, Bart is reading the Book of Shadows, and it's just like Haven, Walmart, zombie, Trojan.
Very good. So today we're talking about zombies.
We love zombie. We do love a zombie here.
I have been kind of threatening on this one for a while to be talking about zombies, but I think like it's easy to like talk about just zombies. Like I think it's been done today, just talking about zombies and like, oh, zombies, date back to fucking Haitian voodoo and
the
all that
historical
Oxford
record of zombies.
Dictionary states zombies. But I think today the angle I want to take us in is to talk about zombie plans and how actually prepared we would be if a zombie apocalypse would come. So I'm sure like we've watched a million movies, TV shows, all the computer games that could be out there.
I'm a huge zombie fan.
When I said computer games there, did I sound like I'm like 70 years of age?
Was that like me when I was talking about, like the game with the cubes?
Minecraft.
Yeah. Now we're talking about what is it? The undead, is it? Is that what we're talking about now? Lads coming back from the grave.
I think there's a fella who works in the hospital as a resident, and apparently he's a Wolford bollocks. Like, they call him the Resident Evil. He's a fucking dickhead. He's doing weird things down in that morgue, let me tell you.
I do actually have a zombie story, which is really funny. So my mom told me this story, and I don't know how true it is, and I'll just do the short version.
Is the story your mom told you it after she died? Because that would be a zombie story.
That technically would. No, it's not that cool. It's not that cool. So she had a great aunt, all right? And she passed away in England. So if you don't know, if for Irish listeners, you're dead about a month before they bury you over here.
It's fucked.
Like
it's weird.
You're here a long fucking time.
Protestants. It's so weird.
I know.
I know. And she wanted to be waked out in her own home. So apparently she had like a really, like, what's below a manor? It's like
A big house.
Yeah, a big house, we'll say,
An
right?
estate.
Estate, maybe, yeah. But so she came from money, basically. She had money. Or no, she didn't. She like married into money. Whatever. I don't know. So she had passed away. They were rich enough to have like housekeepers. The housekeeper was still going in and out every few days just to keep up on top of the clean and dust and whatever. And she was dead in the bed upstairs, right? So she had been like, they'd seen to her and everything upstairs. And they were like, we're just going to leave her here. We're not going to bring her in anywhere. And then we're going to like, she's just going to get buried straight from here. Like, so the maid, whatever housekeeper you call her, she's going around, she's doing whatever. She's sat in the kitchen and she's having a cup of tea and she just hears a noise outside. And she's kind of like, is that someone after coming in now to like pay respects or whatever? And then she looked, stood in the doorway was this fucking woman after about 5 days of being dead. And she's just like, did I sleep through breakfast?
Breakfast? You slept through your funeral, you stupid bitch. What?
And she was just like, what the fuck? And she said like literally she just fucking lost her shit, called the doctor. Doctor was over. She did pass away again with like for real this time within a couple of hours. But yeah, she fucking come back. Apparently like her
burn that body.
No, but this is just how posh English people die. Like, you know, they always like come back to just like frighten people and then they're really gone.
And sometimes dead is better. But like, yeah,
sometimes dead is better.
She basically, so they had no fucking clue. And her pulse was that faint that I'm like, what kind of, get a new stethoscope? Like, are you fucking messing?
They just assumed she was dead.
That's the NHS for you guys.
Hey.
That essentially fucking is like, but that's the thing. And like, yeah, so she woke up, she came downstairs, she was like, I want some fucking jam and toast, and then was just brown bread then later that day. But like,
and then she choked to death on toast.
The ironing would be delicious if that was the case.
Did I tell you about the guy in my job that tried to bring me back to Jesus?
I thought you were going to say Seth.
How does this relation to zombies? I have to hear this.
Well, Jesus is the ultimate zombie if you think about it.
He came back. He did.
Yeah, he is. He's daddy zombie.
Well, like that's what.
Zaddy.
So I went in today, and it was the first time I seen him since Easter. So before Easter, he was like giving me a big like, you should like come into it. What are you fucking laughing?
Is back at Easter?
Like not Jesus, the guy I'm talking.
Do the math. That's what I mean. Do the math. Is he Jesus?
No, it's the first time I've seen it. But just before Easter, he was taking a break, and he was like, "I'm taking some time off because he's like Eastern Orthodox, and he's big into his Jesus."
And they take Easter very seriously.
Yes,
yeah.
So we got into a kind of a little bit of a chat about like about stuff, and he was like, "So are you like taking Christ into your heart?" Like, like no, man. I don't think you get. I've read enough that like that's not where I am religiously. Like I'm not a Jesus guy.
Not a fan.
And also Jesus has touched me in a few other places apart from my heart.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bad relationship.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Catholic Church, but we've had a hard time over here. Ooh. He came in today and he said, "Good morning," to me very chirpishly, and I said, "Good morning," and he goes, "Just so you know, Christ has risen." And I said, "Well, tell him to get to work because it's going to shit here." And yeah, I don't know if you appreciate that one, but
he was probably very upset with you.
Jesus is the ultimate zombie if you think about it, really.
I'm going to say that now anytime I'm horny. Like, just so you know, Christ has risen.
Just so you know, yeah. That's it. Just so you know, I'm going to call my penis Christ from now on. And if that offends anybody listening out in Spotify land, yeah, fuck off.
You've probably tuned into the wrong podcast if you're offended at Jesus jokes.
I'm going to call my pussy the tomb that opened, that he came out of. That's what I'm going to call my pussy.
Oh, okay.
Creative, religious,
nice,
cunty.
I'm trying to think what like biblical character I now have to
Goliath.
say my penis would be. No, it'd be like one of the biblical angels. Like you see it and it drives you insane because it's so terrifying.
Michael, Raphael, Ezriel,
Donatello, Splinter,
Metatron.
Those are Metatron is a different type of. Anyways, guys, will we get into talking about actual zombies and not go off on a Jesus rant? I'm going to get into the meat and bones of this. That's right. Sorry, I'm just laughing at what I've written down here. I've written it down like I'm literally responding to something that you guys have said. Anyways, that's right, Oisin. Today we are talking about zombies, or more specifically, zombie plans. I want to know if and how the three of us and the listener at home would react to an actual zombie apocalypse. We've all seen some sort of media featuring zombies or Zs or Zs or walkers or white walkers or biters or the undead or whatever name you want to use. There are so many scenarios that could play out depending on zombie type, geography, preparedness, the people around us, and so many other factors. So my first question is, do you think you guys are ready for the zombie apocalypse?
Absolutely not. Like,
No.
it is... as I said on a previous conversation about this, is like it entirely depends on the type of zombies. So if we are dealing with the slow lumbering zombies, I think that's manageable. Like, you know, your Dawn of the Dead, your Night of the Living Dead, your Shaun of the Dead, the ones that are kind of like, you know, limping around because they're decomposing. Those ones you can plan for. And what's dangerous with them is like when you get overwhelmed with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's the type of zombies from like World War Z, that's where you are like absolutely and entirely fucked. Especially like I live in London and you just have like the volume of people here who can be turned into zombies. So like with World War Z, you know, it's a horde. They act like ants, and I think that's how the animators of the CG of that movie, they modeled how the zombies like come up to like 50 feet walls. The horde of zombies like just smash against it, and the pile grows and grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
And then they like sail over it like a flood. And I think they actually modeled a lot of the movement on like hordes of ants. There was a particular type of ants. If it's them, you're fucked. You're completely fucked.
Yeah.
But like,
There is those ants that I think they model it on. They're the ones that they bunch themselves up so much and they can actually make bridges.
yes.
So that like they can swing out of stuff as well. Like, and it's actually like
those ants are amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say if I was small enough for those ants to be zombie sized, I would be shitting myself at how they can move. Like,
you try to jump off a bridge, but they would like they would build their own bridge and they would catch you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Eat you alive.
So Dani, what do you reckon?
If they can run, gun in my mouth. Straight up gun in my fucking mouth. Blowing my brains out. I wouldn't run for the bus. I'm not going to run from a horde of zombies. I'm just like, nah, I couldn't. I'm like, I'm out. Like, and like, if I saw like the footage of it on like TV, it's like, this is what they're, I'm like, fuck it. I'm out. That's fine. Like, whatever. I had a good run. But if they're the slow guys, I can fight. So I think I'd be okay. Like, as long as I can power walk with the best of them. As long as I can just walk a little faster than these guys. Like, I'm fine. Like, I think I could.
With the slow guys, because like, you know, all zombies are dead, so they're like decomposing, and that's why they look so cool. Mm-hmm. I think actually it's the Walking Dead have done this in the show, that like as the show goes on, in each season, the zombies get gnarlier and gnarlier looking.
Yeah,
they're
zombies. Yeah,
zombies. They get more and more fucked up looking because like they are just decomposing, and you know, like you get more and more zombies that just don't have legs, don't have arms. You know, their bottom jaw is gone because they're just decomposing. You know, so like with those ones, you can always plan to like hide out. But when they're like fresh and you have like large numbers, you know, you have to have a smart place that you can hunker down.
One thing that I do have to say, though, that I don't understand when it comes to like those type of shows and movies and stuff, specifically the slow zombies. How are you getting like snuck up on? Do you know what I mean? Because they're shambling and they're dragging. How are you just like having a conversation and all of a sudden one of them is behind you? You're going to hear it. You're going to smell it. It's not realistic. Like, you have to, if you're in a fucking apocalypse, you're going to just have to have all of your fucking like senses
have your head on a swivel, kid.
Yeah, you're going to be aware of your surroundings. How are you getting snuck up on something that can't fucking move?
Well, I don't think you factored in, Dani, is that it's done for entertainment purposes and you need a level.
Well, I'm not entertained. I'm pissed off because that would never happen.
There's like certain situations in these shows and movies where like they get caught unawares, but like that's in the sense of like, you know, they'll be like walking down the street and they'll turn a corner and there'll be like 50 zombies there.
Yeah. No, I get that.
It's not always like they're sitting there reading a newspaper from a year and a half ago.
Sometimes it is though.
A zombie just like wanders up.
They're having a conversation about their relationship and stuff while in a fucking apocalypse, so who fucking cares? And then then one of them just gets bitten, and you're like, not one of you saw that coming.
It's always at a gas station. It always happens at a gas
station.
Always
at a gas station.
So when they're in there and they're like, let's get some supplies, and then they're sneaking around, and there's you can't hear a fucking thing. They've got flashlights, and all of a sudden the flashlight turns around and there's a zombie looking directly into the light, and you get the jump scare, and it's like, you hear this thing that's like struggling to breathe and shuffling and stuff. But again, it's a device used in entertainment, Dani.
It's just a horror device. Yeah,
exactly. They need to do that. I don't think
me off.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't think you're going to have those real world experiences where you're not like hearing them, or because you're going to be shitting yourself constantly. Like,
you're going to be completely stressed out.
Every sound you hear,
every moment of the day.
So when I say, are you guys prepared? I'm also asking, like, practically. Like, I don't mean like mentally prepared, like that you will be like, okay, I know where to go or I know what to do. But are you in any way physically prepared for a zombie apocalypse? Like, for instance, I do have, and I was showing you guys a little bit earlier on, a bug out bag that they call it in America. I would just call it like my zombie pack. And it's nothing special, there's nothing big, but I just have like a solar torch, a couple of cans of food, and a water bottle, and my Chinese army shovel, which I impressed you guys with a little bit earlier on.
I want that shovel so bad.
It's a very versatile.
I know, I really want
I'm going to find that online. I'm going to buy it.
It's pretty good. It's a small handheld for anybody listening. We'll get producer Alex, if he's not too busy doing the supercut of the word zombie in this episode. If you could get a picture of the Chinese army shovel up, it's a small handheld shovel that can be used as an axe, as a saw. On the back, there is a flat side that you can use it as a hammer. It can be used as a knife. It's a wire cutter. There's bolts, spanners attached to it as well. It's just this really, really handy tool that I have that will get me out of a bind. Now, look, do I think a zombie apocalypse is going to happen? Probably not. But with World War III happening as we speak.
World War III. Yeah.
Yeah, like
it is still bizarre to me that you have it, because I'm like, are you in trouble with the law at the minute? Like that you need to have a bag like that. Like that you need to just be able to drop and go.
He's from Kildare. He is always in trouble with the law.
That is true.
At any moment, at a drop of a dime, you might want to up sticks and run. Listen, guys, during the pandemic, everybody freaked out about toilet roll. Imagine what happens when
we're not built for like an actual like.
Did that really
like
happen
massive...
over here though?
Yeah. There was supermarkets where when people were allowed in, people were buying like 100 packs of fucking toilet roll. Yeah, I saw. We had
was like American.
There was like a big supermarket near our house that we used to go and do our shopping in. And it was our day out for that week. And you'd go in there and all the toilet roll would be gone. Like it was, like that and pasta, everything gone.
Oh yeah, I remember pasta being gone. Pasta and eggs.
People would go in and do a weekly shop. And in each weekly shop, they'd buy like 20 packets of pasta, 10 packs of toilet roll. And it's like, what are you doing for the week? Like we're all here once a week. What the fuck are you doing?
How many times do you shit? Like that's crazy.
But I think like if there's anything you might worry about, it would be how am I going to wipe my arse if I don't want to sit up with a big sticky shitty arse if you can't get them.
Stuff. I don't know.
God, Justy, just get a bidet.
Yeah.
Today's episode is sponsored by Tushy.
So like my skills that I can bring to a zombie apocalypse is that like I can build things, I can make things. That's what I do for a job. That's what I've done like my entire life. I'm from a family of carpenters. So I think I could definitely make and fashion my own bidet, like a DIY bidet. That would be the first thing I'd build. The first thing I'd build, because you can't run with a shitty arse.
You can't run with a shitty arse. Clip it.
No, you'll get swamp ass. You don't.
You don't want swamp ass.
Awful. No, exactly.
You can't have swamp ass.
You can't have swamp ass in the apocalypse. No, absolutely not.
I too am a carpenter, so I'm a qualified carpenter, and I think
speaking of Jesus,
those are speaking of so lots of things in common with Jesus today. But Yeah, I think that kind of skill set would come in handy during an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Especially if we get down to the point of joining up with a crew of people.
Yes.
So another debate is whether it's best to go it alone or to join a marauding bunch of scavengers or to build some kind of small town society to see out the apocalypse. Where do you guys kind of sit on that one of what do you think community is better? Do you think lone wolf?
Community, I think.
I think it would be like what would suit me more is like just a small group. So it'd be like, me, my wife, one or two other people, maybe some friends, but just you keep it small because then there isn't like, a lot of like politics in a group because like as human beings, like we are absolutely appalling at being in large groups.
Yes.
We just get very political. There's a lot of like, selfish people. There's a lot of egos. If you keep it small, it's just like there's less opinions that can complicate a situation. There's also just less people so that like, if you are trying to find somewhere that is a safe space, if there's only like say, just a handful of you, it's easier to move around. Like if you're trying to move around a group of like, 50 people, it's not exactly, it's very easy to spot. It's very easy to just a lot of noise that gets made. It would attract a lot of zombies, and as we know from video games, zombies have fantastic hearing.
Yeah.
Speaking of video games, Dani, what would a video game be that you would like to talk about when it comes to? You were mentioning earlier on, what was it?
Days Gone.
Days Gone. Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen people play it online.
It's a good game. I've played
game.
it. Yeah.
Such a good game. It's like it's my second favorite game next to The Last of Us, which is also zombies.
Zombies. Also, excellent game. I haven't played the second one. The first one is very good.
Second one, Oisín, is the most depressing thing.
I've heard it's very like emotionally draining.
Very dark. It's very dark. It's incredible. Super fucking long because it's essentially two games in one.
Yeah.
So you play as like two different characters, but it is harrowing is the word I could describe it. It is just fucked up. I loved it. But Days Gone. So basically that centers around a biker who, when the apocalypse hits, they call them freaks or the zombies. And he essentially just rides around doing runs for these different camps that people have set up. But when he's out in, they call it the shit, so out on the road, whatever, he has to deal with zombies and also like marauders, like other, like just people out to fucking murder who they come across on the roads and stuff. I think I would go for that kind of role. I don't think I would actually settle anywhere.
You think that you would be a delivery driver?
I think, yeah. I think I could definitely just get behind that. And then,
you'd be the king of queens.
Yeah, doing jobs. My little truck
is getting weary. My back is getting tired.
These big tits.
If I could come home to Scientology, Leah Remini, I would be fucking sound.
She is top of the pops.
Oh, stunning.
Top of the bops.
Nice. I would do that because like you're doing runs for different camps. You're cashing in camp credits, which means you have a few safe places to sleep should you need it. You can go in there, you can get food, and like you basically like you can earn camp credits by either killing zombie. This is the game now, I'm not saying, but this is like you can take out rival camps. You can like kill zombies. You can like just basically like kill any animal for meat and then sell it to the camps. Things like that. I think I would settle into something like that because I hate people. So I think that would be a good thing.
I think you've both got the idea there on this one of like, I think, creating like a large community is tough because again, way more independent thought going on, so a lot more pushback and too much kind of red tape. Also, you're sitting ducks really.
Oh yeah.
You've got a lot of dead weight in that society as well. Like there's going to be people that aren't going to be up to scratch when it comes to this. So I think like a small group of people with a remote base and they can send out searching parties or, scavenging parties. I think that's probably what you kind of need to do.
I think that'd be pretty effective, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what Oisin said as well earlier. I think I would still have like my own little bases around the place that nobody else is aware
Two
of.
little satellite bases, like, you know, you just
where I could just check in and like either sleep or store shit or like, you know what I mean, things like
different
that.
save points like in a video game.
I would probably I would live in the video game version of a zombie outbreak, I think, because like I would just have to learn how to ride a motorbike, but I don't think it's that hard. So.
Have you guys ever seen the video game Project Zomboid?
No.
Yes.
So it's very interesting. So I think, Dani, that actually is kind of right up your vagina, because it's like Sims but zombies. So like
zombies, yeah.
It's basically it's not like would you survive the apocalypse? It's how long would you survive the apocalypse? That's what the game tag is, and there's a kind of varying. Like the difficulty comes with like, you know, where you end up being or how you end up like hunkering down, where your base is and stuff. So it's the most realistic zombie game that sets you out on like the little challenges of like, if you have cigarettes, they'll give you a little bit of a boost over time, and they'll settle your nerves and stuff like that. Like it goes down to like that, like, you know.
It is really cool.
Is that like when you
detailed.
smoke, like it goes to a cutscene where your character is just like taking a big pull off a cigarette. And it's like, the smooth taste of Marlboros.
I've HP restored.
I couldn't get through this zombie apocalypse without my sweet Super King. Rothmans, the smoke of the apocalypse. Well, guys, that was a lovely first debate. I'm glad we got to chat so much about what we would do. But do you guys know who is ready for the zombie apocalypse? Apparently, the United States military. There is documents that were considered to be confidential until a recent enough Freedom of Information request. So we know that in 2011, the US government funded a contingency plan for a possible zombie invasion. This is Plan 8888. Apparently, it's not a dog whistle. There are many of these contingency plans for multiple scenarios, including the foreign invasion, which is Plan 3502, or nuclear Plan, which is 8022. Plan 8888, however, is designed to be a fun learning exercise and uses zombies so as not to offend any other nations. It does, however, treat the ridiculous threat of zombies as a real-world problem for this training exercise. It outlines a number of types of zombies that would have their own characteristics and therefore different approaches to handling the problem.
Now, I think this is definitely like the current US government, like when they would like talk about like different types of zombies and have like, you know, talk about like invasions, and they're using this as a euphemism. They're definitely just like, there's black zombies and there's Asian zombies.
No.
Those Dan Brown zombies coming in. Yeah.
And so, like the different characteristics, and it's like those black zombies are really strong and athletic. And the Asian ones are super intelligent.
Yeah. The black zombies are weak to water. The Asian zombies are weak to vehicles. It's they're just using all the stereotypes.
Yeah, it's just like zombie racism.
I do think that this plan, and it's out there for everybody. I'm skimming like a large file that the US military have put together. So basically, it's kind of a training exercise that's designed. This is what they're saying. It's designed to be fun and engaging, and they don't use like any other nation or race or anything like that like we did, because they don't want to like offend anyone. So like if they were to say like, oh, this is the contingency plan for Iran, then, you know, Iran would be getting a little bit angry. Although there's definitely contingency plans for Iran.
Oh, absolutely.
But in this, they outline a bunch of scenarios with a bunch of different types of zombies, and then they talk about how they would take on each type of zombie, and then in the end they do a summary of what you would need to do to like rebuild society, basically. But for now, we're not going to dwell too much on the ins and outs of it. I just want to go through the types of zombies that they have outlined here, because it's kind of eye-opening, and we see a lot of these types of zombies in media, and I think that's where they're pulling it from. So our first type of zombie is the pathogenic zombie, or PZs. These are created by a virus, a bacteria, or parasite. These are the most realistic of the zombies. They would spread through bites or infection. So we think like The Walking Dead or 28 Days Later. This kind of
this is
zombie.
your classic zombie. Yeah.
Classic zombie. No, this one wouldn't be cordyceps, Dani. We'll get into that in a little second. It's slightly different, but we'll get into it.
This is more like fauna rather than floral.
Oh, okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So again, this one also has the variation of having the airborne zombie virus, which is another level of kind of terrifying, because if you...
That's very scary. Yeah.
Yes, if you breathe in this pathogen, then you're
dead.
now infected. Yeah. The Walking Dead does this in a kind of a roundabout way, whereas like if you die, you're already infected, so you will become a zombie. You don't need to get bitten to become a zombie. So
that was like the best part of that story, like, you know, from the comics and into the show, where like everyone is infected.
Yes.
And, you know, like when they realize that, it's just like, oh fuck, like it's the worst case scenario. It's incredible.
Yeah. Very, very good. So the second type of zombie, there's a few. The second type of zombie are the radiation zombies, or RZs. And these are created from either nuclear radiation or some sort of solar or cosmic radiation. They may spread by proximity or contact. So we think about the ghouls from Fallout for this one. So again, there's nuclear fallout, and these guys, their brain waves get changed by the radiation, and they turn into ghoulish zombies.
I love that, because I could bop around listening to 50s music. That would be great.
I think the zombies from Call of Duty are radiation zombies as well, because like all the levels in Call of Duty, when you're taking on the zombies, they're like, you know, they're glowing in the dark and they appear to be radioactive.
Right. Yeah. So that's interesting. I know there is zombies in like there's versions of zombies in like those Call of Duty games, but I've never...
They're just like, it's a side mission. It's like a different type of game. They're not in the main game.
Yeah.
It's just
So like it's just a game mode where like they keep coming at you. Is that what the idea is?
There's waves of zombies, and you just unlock different weapons.
An expansion pack, wasn't that?
No, it's usually just part of it. Like it started off as this fun, like just not even a side mission, separate game, and then it just grew into this big thing because it's a ton of fun. You're just like shooting zombies, and it's just wave after wave after wave.
It always reminds me of I don't know if you guys have seen that movie Dead Snow.
I haven't seen that since it was like a new movie.
So fucking good. Justy, have you seen it?
No, but you seem to love.
I think I've mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a zombie movie. It's a German movie, but it's set basically in like the mountains. Yeah, of some
zombies. Zombies are coming. Oh no!
Zombies spelled with 2 Z's.
Yes, the zombies are attacking us.
That's the zombies. But like basically, so like they attack like this group of like teenagers who were like camping up in the mountains.
Horny teenagers.
And it's like basically they all like. It's kind of like Evil Dead, where they awaken something, but the something that they awaken happens to be like soldiers that died and were buried in the snow around the place, like Nazi soldiers. And it's it's such a good movie. Like it is really good.
That's a different categorization of zombies that we're going to get to in a little bit, actually, Dani.
Yeah, but I do have to say one scene in it which I can't get over. Oisin, you have seen it, haven't you?
Oh, but I don't remember a thing from it.
Do you not remember the porta potty? I just have to talk about the porta potty scene because it's stuck with me so much.
No, but I'm guessing that someone got their ass eaten in the bad way.
No, he went to the porta potty, right? And he sat down, he was taking a shit. And then one of the girls was so drunk and she came in to like fuck him, but she just got straight down on his dick while he was sat on the toilet and he didn't wipe. And it's been with me forever.
Brother,
that he just literally, no, the Blumpkin's different. The Blumpkin's when you blow them when they've just had a shit.
That's what I thought you were saying.
No, she was riding him while he was still sat on the
straddled
toilet.
him, right?
Yeah, that's stuck with me forever.
And this is like a weird. You know, the whole thing is insane. Yeah. But like, who gets hard taking a shit?
Exactly. Like, I mean, unless he was already done, and then I don't know, but whatever.
Well, he was like really happy with his shit, so he was like rock hard.
I will tell you that in my life, this might surprise you and it might not.
I have
received a Blumpkin.
Oh, good God.
That doesn't surprise me, and I'm so upset that it doesn't surprise me.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
We're too close at this point. Like we're too good friends, and I hate it.
Look, when I say Blumpkin, it's not exactly what, like, it was one of those things that was like, I need to take a poop, but we're already at this. So,
oh my God,
will we knock something off the bucket list here? And while I'm dropping one out, you want to just put your mouth on it, and we did it. Very good girl.
You guys can't see this, but both mine and Oisin's faces are just dropped.
I'm just disgusted.
Why did she say yes?
Because she's as bad as him.
Has she repented?
Good girl. Has
she accepted
found
Jesus
God?
into her life?
I hope she's fucking found God. That's disgusting.
Jesus has risen, so maybe she's found him somewhere out there. I don't know. Just to go back to your earlier thing there, Dani. The snow is actually a really good place for zombies because zombies are
organic.
organic.
Don't you say my name like we're friends after me finding that out.
Are we still dwelling on this Blumpkin thing?
Let's just go back to zombies.
We need to get back to these zombie things. Like, just Jesus Christ. Like, guys, shit happens in this world.
I worked in a shop, right, where zombie-themed fleshlights were a thing. The mouse with the broken teeth.
Dani?
Yeah.
Like you say this, and like women have like dildos and stuff that are like fucking like octopus arms and tentacles.
Oh no, so I'm thinking of like
you are not one to judge, or like there's like a dildo that is like a dragon tail.
So I am judging
Bad
because
dragon.
That's not something I would use. But the fleshlights that are actually zombie mouths and green and like supposed to be rotten are talk about your Blumpkins. I don't care. Whatever. Go on. Go ahead.
Okay, so the next type of...
What were you saying about like zombies in the snow you're going to get into?
Sorry, the thing about it is when when people who think they know about zombies, because how could we know, they will suggest to go somewhere very cold. So you'd be better off somewhere where it's snowing, it's in the minus temperatures, because
they will freeze.
No matter what, zombies can be relentless, but they will operate biologically like all the rest of us, and they will slow down and sometimes just come to a halt when it comes to like minus degrees. So
they will just freeze solid.
There's a tip for people. If you're able to get somewhere snowy during the zombie apocalypse, just head as close to the coldness as possible.
Just get to Iceland.
Exactly.
Just get to Iceland.
All right. The next type of zombie after our radiation zombie is our weaponized zombie. Weaponized zombies, or WZs, would be created by a government or terrorist organization. These would use humans as bioweapons. So think about Resident Evil and the Umbrella Corp. So,
Leon Kennedy.
Yes, Leon Kennedy. Daddy, you get to think about Leon. So this is basically just humans being turned into weapons, zombified weapons.
Yeah.
People playing God, basically.
So I think that is the most likely. I think that's the most likely one that could happen. And it would be like, a government trying to create super soldiers, and they end up just creating like mindless monsters. That is, I think that is most likely of all of these.
I definitely think at some point in the future, some government is going to try to make a mindless
Captain America.
Yeah, basically, zombie Captain America.
Yeah.
I don't want Captain America though. I want, what's the guy from The Boys?
Homelander.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, yeah.
So Homelander and Soldier Boy are Nazis, Dani.
Yes.
I know, but they're hot. It's Jensen Ackles. If they look like Jensen Ackles, I'm like, that's okay.
So if he's like wearing Hugo Boss, you're just like, yeah.
All right, okay, fucking, I don't give a fuck, right? I'm going to say it. Those uniforms.
Uniforms?
The uniforms. Hey, like, they looked sick. Like, they did. Like, they were tailored. Stylish. They looked awesome.
Stylish, yeah.
Like, and
they had skulls on them, so everyone knew that they were the bad guys,
Yeah, exactly. The baddies.
Yeah.
But it was Hugo Boss, wasn't it?
It was Hugo Boss.
Yes,
yeah.
I
just think they were very nice. They were, of all of the horrible, disgusting monsters through history, that was a very nice uniform. that they have.
A Volkswagen, decent car.
Great car.
Exactly.
I drive a
Like,
Volkswagen.
it can't go wrong. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they had some good ideas.
Absolutely not.
Symbiotic-induced zombies, or SIZs, are like pathogenic zombies, but more so a human host to another organism, so death isn't necessarily needed. These are the ones, Dani, the cordyceps, like The Last of Us.
Love it.
So
this one, again, I think is likely
So
in terms of like, this already happens in the animal kingdom. So there is a type of ant, and this is where the creator of The Last of Us got this idea from. There is a type of ant that when a spore of a particular fungus lands in it, the fungus like takes over its body and controls it. And what the ant does is it climbs up to like the highest point it can find, and then it just like solidifies in place, and then like the fungus grows, and it gets like those those fungal growths, like it explodes with mushrooms,
spores,
which then have more spores, which then just spread out and find more. So like that, because it has already happened in nature, that is also a terrifying possibility.
There's actual multiple versions of this in nature as well. It's not just those ants. There's types of wasps as well.
Yes.
Tarantulas, it's fucking terrifying to see, because tarantulas are like big fucking creatures. And to see that happen. And they actually keep living and doing their thing till the very end.
What's wild is the fungus is controlling them.
Yeah. And the fungus grows out through the shell, and they're still functioning. Yeah. And then it's not until the very, very end, when the fungus is kind of like pretty much taking over the whole body, that it dies.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking creepy. Like, and then like you can see like a lot of the time, if you put it into Google, like there's a bunch of videos of it, like a time lapse of a tarantula that's basically been infected with cordyceps. Mm-hmm. And it's fucking terrifying to see. It's so scary. And it's really fast as well, which is like, it is very fucking scary.
The wasp is an interesting one because it infects things like frogs. Like it can take multiple animals and use those. Yeah. So as it pierces into the animal and injects it with its own eggs, the animal then starts behaving differently and becomes compelled to move somewhere where the larvae of the wasp will be safe, and then gets eaten from the inside out. So it's not as blatant as the cordyceps, like where it brings the ant up into the tree, but it does change the brain chemistry of the animal that it infects, and it does behave that way. So it is a type of zombification of mind control.
Definitely.
There's also an actual kind of an example a lot closer to home, definitely for me and Dani anyways, because do you guys know of toxoplasmosis?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a bacteria that lives inside of cats' guts that has, for evolutionary, it's actually kind of genius the way this is actually after working out for them. So the cat poops out this bacteria and then it kind of infects whatever like touches it and gets into the gut or the biome of whatever animal kind of is around. And it's most notable in the likes of mice and rats, who tests have seen that when mice or rats have got this toxoplasmosis germ inside their body, that they actually are attracted to cat urine, and they will find themselves heading towards a cat's litter tray. And then a cat now finds the rat that has the fucking germ inside of it. It eats that, and the germ wants to live in a cat's stomach because that's where it's designed to live. So it's after sending its babies out into the poop of a cat, where it gets picked up by rats or some other animal, and they get attracted to cat's urine. So they find themselves where cats are. The cat eats them, and now that cat gets infected, and it goes on and on and on. And it's funny that apparently like 60% of people on the planet will have toxoplasmosis, this fucking thing inside them. And studies have shown that humans with this pathogen inside their system actually show signs of being more reckless and risk-taking and show signs of aggression from having this bug inside them.
That's nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah,
there's drugs that can do that too. That basically, like, if you take it, so a lot of the time it's
spice.
It's like it's blown into your face, or you're snuck it basically.
Yeah,
and you are so just like you're like a puppet. You will
meth.
Do anything that
you're talking about meth.
I'm not, but it's like what anyone wants you to do. You'll just like they call it like
No, that's why I was saying
spice. Not zombie dust.
No. So there was a drug a few years ago that like there was a lot of videos and content online about it, and it was called Spice, and people would be like so out of it that they were acting like zombies, like they'd just be like shuffling around, doing things like automatic movements and stuff like that, but they're just like fucked up on this drug called Spice.
Yeah, and people were like basically like giving them that and then being like, all right, well, I'm going to walk you to the ATM, take out like €500.
Yeah, super susceptible.
And they'll just do it and then be like, here you go. Like, because you're just out, like you just don't know what you're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's not like there's like another thing that's called, it's not, it doesn't have the same effect, but it's called like zombie dust.
Fucking... Wasn't Epstein was looking for a plant that makes people more susceptible to...
yes, 2C. It was called.
I think it's like people in that
used it a
in
lot.
that world. They're like obsessed with the idea of a truth serum. Which essentially just is a drug that makes you tell the truth and susceptible to suggestion.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Is that zombification? It's not. I mean,
temporary.
In a sense, maybe.
You know,
like I mean,
chemical, you could say it's like a chemical type of zombification.
Oh, that was such a loud purr.
My toxoplasmosis overlord is now purring straight into my mic. Thank you,
but
Vivian.
it's called like 2C as well, that they use a lot in the Diddy things. Like you just slip them 2C and they'd be like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want me to do. But the other thing that I'm thinking of is like, it's called zombie dust, but it's like a mixture of cocaine and heroin, which both do completely different fucking things. So it's like designed to keep you still functioning because of the coke, but heroin that you're just you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like at all. You're just that your brain is gone, but your body's moving. So your brain goes with the heroin, your body's going with the coke. So it's like you can still be like, hey man, let's go fucking do this. And your body's like, yeah, absolutely, we'll go do that. But your brain's just like, duh. Like you're just going along with the basic instructions that people give you. And it's used a lot, like the cartel have kind of perfected these, like, I guess you could call them like drug cocktails.
Right.
To slip people in order to like basically like rob them and then have them have no memory. So a lot of like, you know, Mexico City and things like that, like those kind of places that people would go on like spring break, students and stuff especially. Yeah. It's just basically like blow this in your face. Now
I'm pretty sure if you just gave someone heroin, like
I mean, yeah, probably, but like
you could just imagine like all these like chemists like coming up with a load of like cocktails and like, you know, working on like chemical compounds, and then there's just one guy going, just give him tons of heroin. Like, sure, they might die. What are we doing here?
To be fair, I know one person who
takes heroin.
Tried it. And apparently it's a drug
very
that you have to work. Legit, like it's a drug that you have to work to get addicted to, which also never made sense to me. What? But like he took it one time and was just fucking violently ill, throwing up for the whole night. Like, hey, it was disgusting.
I get you, yeah.
But then apparently the next time is what gets you, and you're like, this is the best fucking thing ever. But then apparently that never happens again.
Yeah, you're chasing the dragon.
Good, but you're chasing. Yeah, that's what they call it. So yeah, it's basically you have to work to get addicted to it. And like he took it that one time and he was just like, yeah, no, I know how this ends. I'm not going to fucking take it again.
He was probably spaced out of it. Which brings me to the next type of zombie. Space zombies, or SZs. Yeah,
why not?
The US military were planning for space zombies. So this could be a contagion brought to Earth by our astronauts or by asteroids. So this time you should think of the Derren Brown mentally abusing that man on Channel 4. You guys remember that
Derren Brown. Yeah.
He basically changed the guy's life for weeks. He kind of was setting it up in the guy's head that there was an impending like asteroid threat coming to Earth. So they done the whole fake news stories on him and stuff like that. And
oh my God.
Darren he had hypnotized them. They done this thing. He was traveling to a concert or whatever with a van full of his friends and family, and they orchestrated loads of like fireworks hitting the ground, looked like asteroids were hitting the ground. The bus swerved all over the place. Derren Brown appeared out of nowhere on the bus and put him to sleep.
Oh my God.
And the guy woke up in kind of a military facility. He was on a hospital stretcher, and as far as he knew, like it started unfolding itself that he's in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and all. And they kind of put these scenarios in front of him to see how he'd react and if he would man up. There is a point in it where this actress is played by a 22-year-old woman, but she seemed like she was about 13 or 14. Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
So she comes out and she's like, I've lost my family. I don't know what to do. And that guy was there. Now, she does seem like she would be the kind of person that would be one of the bait people on To Catch a Predator. You know, these ones that kind of answer the door and get them in.
Yeah.
So like my first instinct is, I really hope this guy isn't a pedophile because this is going to be really bad television. But the guy actually... To be fair,
they're always clearly about 40 though.
Also, you should never put a British person in a situation where they have a teenage girl with them. Like the temptation is just too much for the average British person.
It is, yeah.
Well, he didn't know he was a TV star at that stage. So if he was a television star, he definitely would have probably...
Oh, he definitely would have. Yeah, if he worked for the BBC, good God.
100%.
United within 3 weeks.
No, but the guy stepped up and he saved her, and like as they were running out of this, some doors broke, zombies crashed in, and he grabbed her and he led her to safety and done this whole gallant kind of run to freedom at the end, where like he was escaping this facility and they knew where to go. Like there was a car waiting. I forget how it finished, but there was this big ending where like he got the girl out, saved her life and brought her out, like, and stuff. Then he was
totally on Kennedy.
But he was like, by the way, we've just been fucking with you. And he's like, this has been the most stressful time of my fucking life. It's like the guy is like,
I'm gonna have PTSD forever. Like, I mean, my first fucking red flag would be seeing Derren Brown anywhere.
Yeah. But did he like beat the shit out of anyone dressed as a zombie? Like,
I think it was kind of set up more so that the zombie threat was like they were the slow moving zombies that were coming from one place. So he got to see them, but never had to kind of get, so he never had to get close enough because like I think the safety concerns are, I've seen zombie films, I'm going to hit this thing with a hammer. And then you've got a dead actor, like, so
you just find like a claw hammer somewhere and be like, okay, I know how this goes.
Have either of you guys seen that? I think it was Channel 4 that did it. It might have been called something stupid like Dead Air or something, but it's basically like, it's if you were in the Big Brother house and then you find out that there's a zombie apocalypse happening while you're in the Big Brother house. It was basically like, it was really, really good. It wasn't like a reality. Like, it was,
I was going to say, was it reality
kind of thing.
Oh, I get you.
No. But it's on, you could probably find it on like 4Play or whatever, but it was really, really good. And then like they had Davina and everything, like giving like her updates, and then it would like when the apocalypse like happened and things were starting to go to shit, and then it would like cut to Davina like from like, so they were watching it from inside the house, like, you know how she does her show, and then she's just a zombie and she's still holding the mic and she's just like covered in blood, like it's really, really good. It was a really good show.
Day 22 in the Big Brother house. Sean has eaten Ellen.
Essentially, and then it was like them trying to either get out of the house, and then there was a bunch of people who like worked on the show that were still trying to escape the studio, and it was really good. I have to like, I'll Google the name of it, but it was a really, really fun show. I think it was only something like 4 episodes, like, but it was great. I really enjoyed it. But like, it kind of like is the same kind of thing.
Same vibe.
It was fun.
Like, I know, going a little bit off topic here, but like there was a time in like British TV that there was very cruel reality shows where they really fucked with people. Do you remember the one where they sent a bunch of people into space, but they didn't actually go to space?
No.
Oh, they done a whole astronaut camp, and
and they like faked the launch.
Yeah, they just put them in a kind of a fake shuttle, and then like fucking moved it around
funny.
and stuff. And they had a bunch of like, but I think they were copping on that something wasn't right. Like, but at the end of it, like they done this whole, okay, we haven't made it. We're breaching. We're going back down to Earth, and then they done a crash landing. And when the thing opened up, they were in front of a live studio audience.
I mean, that's just gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
You know,
that show was called Dead Set, by the way.
Dead Set. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely, if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's very good.
Yeah, I do want to get through these types of zombies, so I'm not going to dwell too much on. But like, no, there is a Japanese game show. Did you ever see that one where they get that one guy and they keep him in an apartment for? I'm going to have to send you guys a link for it. Like, that's the most, I love all that shit. It's one of the most fucked up things you'll ever see. We could probably do. Here's the bingo. We could probably do an episode on this poor fucker because they put him into an apartment with no clothes and nothing to eat, nothing like that. And the only thing he can use in the apartment is that he wins from sweepstakes on magazines.
That's insane.
Oh my God.
He's starving for ages and he ends up like winning like just a big bag of rice. And he's like, oh, thank God I'm saved. But he had nothing to cook it with. So he had to try and...
But don't they then... They control what he wins. Like, you know, he thinks he's winning something randomly, but they're just like, you know, giving him like little, like,
they kind of
just enough to survive.
Yeah, he gets a little bit too lucky and he starts like living, like he starts really getting into it and he starts like winning some really good stuff and he starts living good. So they change the rules and send him to Korea. It's fucked up. But let's get back to the zombies here because we could talk about that.
1 second before you do get into it, because it does tie exactly into it. There's a movie on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. It's a Korean movie. No one does zombies better than the Koreans.
They Train to Busan.
No, it's called #Alive.
Oh, I've seen I've seen the trailer for that one.
So this guy is like a YouTuber, streamer kind of guy, and basically he finds out that there's a zombie apocalypse in Seoul, and he's locked in his apartment building, and he uses his drone back and forth to communicate with like another girl who's in the other tower, and it's fucked. It's just the two of them basically spending the whole time trying to communicate to the outside world to get help to have someone save them.
Koreans are just unmatched when it comes to cinema.
Like my favorite horror movie of all time is Train to Busan, and it's like it's so fucking good. But Alive is a really, really good one. Like no one does horror like the Koreans and the Japanese, like genuinely. But yeah, just I had to bring that up because it's very similar to what you just mentioned. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, so it's only going to get weirder from here, guys. The next zombie on the list that the US military literally wrote down as a threat are the evil magic zombies, or EMZs. That's right, the US military.
Is that an actual term they used?
Yeah, EMZs. Yeah. The US military is making contingency plans for necromancy. These undead nightmares will be reanimated corpses under control of some evil wizard or wizards. Think the Army of Darkness or the White Walkers from Game of Thrones.
I mean, yeah, like why not?
These are the ones that you can't really plan for. So this is how like this training exercise comes for. It's like we don't know how these evil, and this is what they're called. They're called evil magic zombies, and it's the type of zombie that would be just a reanimated corpse. And it's like, how do you kill what's already dead?
They all just sit around in a war room, going like brainstorming different movies and TV shows over the years.
Yes.
And we're like, basically. This one, don't forget this one. This one's a different type.
So do you think that the US military, like with like MK Ultra, they're now trying to train their own wizards to fight evil magic zombies created by other wizards?
Well, they
have employed witches over the years.
This is what I'm saying. Like when we talk about this, and it's like we say this is ridiculous, but we've already talked earlier on the podcast about the likes of remote viewing and psychics and the fact that
more outlandish
stuff like that.
During the Cold War, they were trying all kinds of things. They were thinking about all kinds of things. So they were like, yes, psychics. Mm-hmm. Guys who can see into the future, see into the past, see into remote places. Why not have a fucking wizard that can bring corpses back from the dead.
Sure.
This is, and by the way, again, just to reiterate this to everybody, this is an actual file from the US military. So
this exists.
Right? You think that we're done, but you think that we've reached like the pinnacle with evil magic zombies. Yeah. But no, we're not done yet, guys, because we've got vegetarian zombies or VZs. These zombies.
Fucking liberals.
Goddamn vegans.
Zegans.
No, nice. That's some good gravy. These guys aren't violent to humans, but they still threaten humanity by gobbling up their crops like big dumb locusts. Less brains and more grains.
Nice.
Are we talking Plants versus Zombies right now?
I was going to say that the only thing I could pull out for the media here is Plants versus Zombies.
What a game.
I think Warm Bodies is a movie that like had this beast from the X-Men, guy from Skins.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yes, Nicholas
Hoult. Yeah, Nicholas Hoult.
But that was like classic zombies, and what would happen is
also
a zombie would eat another person's brain,
and
they
memory.
would like absorb their memories. It was a nice little like change on it. But then like those zombies were able to like, they had speech and thought, and they were able to be like rehabbed to be like people again. It's a really good movie.
Yeah. It is quite good. I like him as well. Nicholas Hoult is like, I think Skins produced a bunch of really good horror actors as well, because you've got like Nicholas Hoult, you've got Jack O'Connell, who was Sinners.
So yeah, I think we've covered vegetarian zombies, and let's head to the last but not least, the zombies that the US military have made a contingency for are chicken zombies.
What the fuck?
That's right. CZs. Okay, so zombie chickens seem like a fucking stupid idea to include, but there are actual real world scenarios for this one. So chickens in the US sometimes actually resurrect. After failing to euthanize chickens correctly using carbon monoxide poisoning, these undead hens have been seen rising from piles of corpses. They may have been added as an extra joke, but they're an actual real phenomenon. So like in the American Midwest, where they have these giant
chicken factory farms, which are just horrendous.
Yeah. So Super Size Me 2 was actually fantastic for this. It goes through a whole
haven't seen the second one.
It's really good.
Is it disturbing?
That Spurlock guy is dead now, isn't he?
Yeah, he did die.
Yeah, but it shows you the kind of what is satisfactory for the living conditions of these like chickens.
Oh, it's
so that brutal. And it's absolutely brutal.
Ugh.
But what happens in America is they have all these egg-laying chickens that when they stop laying eggs, they just throw out the chicken. So they gas them and then throw them in one big pile, and they're just let like die on this big rotting pile of chickens.
I hate people so much.
Yeah, but some of them that have failed to die actually climb their way back out through the piles of dead chickens, and these are the chicken zombies.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's an actual real thing, and they decided to include them in this list of zombies for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if it's
that just sounds like if they just failed to do the job. It doesn't sound like they're actual zombies.
Yeah.
Well, like, could you imagine like seeing that, like where you have like, you know, all these like chickens get gassed, and then there's these chickens that like claw and peck their way out of a big pile of dead chickens,
like,
and then
me,
just like
brother,
wander around being like, you didn't kill me, motherfucker.
At that point, you'd have to take it home. I would just be like, right, that's my pet now, because
absolutely, yeah.
You know, like you're just like right,
natural
this
selection.
Guy.
That guy gets a free pass.
100%. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think like I don't think I could ever work in any kind of, and you see all these things where it's like they just, these horrible videos where they're, you know, all the chicks get passed through all these machines, and then some of them are just thrown into grinders and whatever. But then like apparently there's a thing with like chicks that come out, like little black chicks, that they kill them because apparently it's kinder because all the other chicks. Ones? Yeah, apparently because all the other chicks just kill them. because they look different anyway.
Right.
So they get pecked to death. I don't know. It's just they
inherently racist.
Because chickens are racist. Yeah.
It's the American
chicken. And we should kill chickens. But yeah, apparently that's like a thing where it's like if they get like a black chick, it just gets thrown into the grinding pile and not the birthing pile.
Have you ever seen that breed of chicken that is like black all the way through?
Yeah, they're pretty badass.
So like if you were to, it's
I have actually.
They're jet black, and if you like cut into them, like they're just
really big
black
as well, aren't they?
Yeah, big black cocks. Yeah,
they're like rooster sized, but they're not like I get you.
Right, so let's kick on here. So now that we know what type of zombies there are, we can start making plans. ConPlan works to coordinate military and civilian responses for many scenarios. It discusses rules of engagement, logistics, containment, recovery, and planning for the future. It's a comprehensive plan that starts at day 0 and finishes up with building a new version of society. So again, this is what we were talking about earlier on. Like this ConPlan actually gets very specific with a lot of things. Like it goes into like what we would do. So like corpus habeas or habeas corpus, which is basically they say that America would go into martial law, which now means that the military takes over and your human rights don't exist.
Oh, it's habeas corpus.
That's it, habeas corpus, sorry. So yeah, again, they just make sure for the best interest of the American people, they're now going to take over your human rights.
Oh, yeah.
Again, like this some of the conspiracy theorists who have looked into this plan are looking at it in more ways than just it being a tongue-in-cheek kind of a training exercise for quote-unquote zombies, where they're talking about what if when something happens, like a pandemic or a nuclear fallout or something happens, and then the military can say, zombies, and shut down the whole country. And now it basically just goes into martial law. They take over and you have it's get into your fucking house, shut your fucking face. If we see you on the street, we're going to shoot you because we're doing containment. And they can basically tell you anything and do anything they want once they have enacted this martial law. So the conspiracy theorists...
The King of England can just go in there and start pushing you around.
He won't push me around.
That is a Simpsons quote.
Not with those sausage fingers.
Ew, get those super quins off me. That joke only works in Ireland.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the kind of the side of this plan, because it goes into great detail. Again, I'm not going to go into the detail. I just think it's a humorous little side note of look at all these weird zombies that they have looked into making a plan for. But when
it's amazing that they have like this depth of plans for a zombie apocalypse, but Donald Trump didn't know what the Strait of Hormuz was.
Yeah, like
just phenomenal.
It is kind of crazy. But then again, like you're what we're watching happening in the US right now and Iran, where top military people are like saying that they're kicking Donald Trump out of war rooms because he is like having tantrums and
he wants to like nuke them as well. Like, you know, he's because he wants it to end, because apparently like the people around him are just like, oh yeah, we'll be in and out in 2 weeks. Like it'll be such a massive success. You'll be a wartime president. Your approval ratings will be through the roof because it'll be such a runaway success. And we're like, what, 8 weeks, 9 weeks into it, and it's a complete and utter disaster.
But I think what people fail to recognize about this whole thing is Donald Trump done this on a whim. Well, I imagine, like, again, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but what it seems like is that Bibi Netanyahu said, hey, Donald, time to unlock Satan and attack Iran so that they will bomb Israel or whatever the fuck is happening. So whatever it is, whatever this whole biblical thing is. But Iran or Persia have been expecting this shit to happen for
forever,
maybe 40 to 50 years now. So they're like, we've been prepared. This whole Strait of Hormuz thing didn't happen by accident. They were like, if the US come, we're shutting down this strait. That's it. So you can plan for zombies, but you can't plan for Iranians. That's what we're getting out of this whole thing.
Essentially, yeah.
Apparently you can't.
So Complan basically, so it goes through like, it identifies things. It even goes like into the kind of the ethics of it and all, like where it's like, what do you class as a zombie and can you kill the zombie because it was a human and all this kind of stuff. So it does kind of get into like a little bit more nuance, and it's not just haha evil wizards, zombies and stuff like that. But there is some kind of real world applications to this whole thing as well.
The book of World War Z is about that. It is the real world logistical, political, geopolitical consequences of a zombie apocalypse. Like the movie is a bit more sensational with the zombies themselves.
I was going to say, I've heard that the people who enjoyed the book say that the movie is just this
totally misses
ridiculous
the point.
version. It missed
Nothing really happens in the movie. It's like, it's kind of Brad Pitt running a lot, and then
but
they're in a lab.
They half did what's in the book, because the book is like, look, it's happened, it's done, it's ongoing. And the book is just like, what if it happened? What would the geopolitical situation be? What would the logistics be? What would transport be? It's a really impressive book. And then the movie's Hollywood.
The movie you have to give it characters to follow, because there has to be a narrative for it to be a movie. But like the book seems that I haven't read the book, but it seems that it's more about like how the world would deal with it rather than Right, so let's get off Complan anyways, and let's get back to ourselves. So this is what I'm asking. What would you do? Here's the scenario. We've gone through the what would you do in a very broad sense, but I'm going to give you a particular scenario now, and then we're going to ask some questions and see where we land on these questions.
Uh-oh.
Here's the scenario we'll be using today. The zombies are pathogenic. So let's say some mad scientists in a lab somewhere, I don't know, let's say China, they were messing with some weird animal DNA. I don't know, let's say, think of an animal, bats. So let's say some Chinese guys were messing with some bats. So these zombies are slow moving but unrelenting. They spread by biting or blood contamination, and it takes between 6 and 24 hours to turn. You know it's zombies, but until now they weren't in Britain or Ireland yet. So today is the day, but you did get some supplies in because the word was out, but they just hadn't reached the British shores yet. Yeah, so you guys weren't affected by it until today. The immediate question is, do you stay put or do you run for the hills?
I would stay put because I live in a high-rise building, which you need a fob key for several different stages. So you need it for the main door into the reception, and then you need it for the reception into the lift area. And then it's like, how are they going to figure out how to use lifts and stuff? Like there is a stairwell, but you also need a fob to get into the stairwell. So I think I would be safe for a little bit. I guess until like my food ran out, and then I would have to make a break for it. It would be very difficult to do if the whole place is surrounded, because it is a very central building. But yeah, I think I'd be okay for a little bit.
Well, I would say that you are planning for zombies when you should be worried about that weird neighbor that comes from down your hall that is going to take the apocalypse as his trigger to come down and rape you to death and eat your corpse.
Well, I would lock my door. I don't lock it right now, but if there was a zombie outbreak, I would probably lock it.
Don't lock your door.
She doesn't lock the door. You have been around.
I always forget. I never lock it. Like I lock it when I'm going out or to work, but I don't lock it when I'm here. But
I think I would stay put while everyone else is panicking, because living in London, a lot of people would have the plan to get out of London, and you would end up in situations where you'd be on like chock-a block roads, and it would be the other people that would be the problem because tempers would fray. So like I would stay put in my house and just keep everything locked up, let everyone for the first week or two freak out and just kind of lay low, kind of then assess the situation from there. Would it be, can I stay here ongoing and just do like, trips to, to where like shops used to be to find supplies. And then I think eventually you'd have to move somewhere with like a bit of land, because if this goes on, you will have to learn how to farm. Like
your place, Oisin, where you are, do you have a lot of neighbors?
Oh, a ton. I live in an estate. Yeah. But like,
so you'd have to like board everything up, basically. If you
I'd board stuff up, but like, I've like a lot of like elderly neighbors, and there's a lot of like kids. There's a lot of like, it's a real mix, but I have a lot of elderly neighbors. So like,
food.
They would be food for the zombies. Yes,
zombies,
that's right.
Yeah. So like, again, we're talking about you guys are going to stay put. So if you plan on staying put, what supplies would you have? Do you have stuff that's ready to go now?
Wait, what would you do, Justy?
Oh, for me, mine's too easy. Because like, if I go out of my house and turn left, within 2 minutes in my car, I'm on the Curragh, which is a wide open space. So like,
there's so many bodies in the Curragh. So what if it is a case of where they all just spring out with the fucking Curragh, and then you've got
there's not bodies in the Curragh, Dani. I think you are confusing the Curragh with a graveyard. The Curragh is just...
She always does.
For anyone listening, the Curragh is...
Her.
No. It is a beautiful part of Ireland, which is just a large, what Americans might call a prairie, but it's just a big, large grassland that nobody is allowed to build upon. And it's just lovely. And there's not allowed there only sheep. And I'm not afraid of zombie sheep.
Go on then. What would you do?
I'd get into my car and I would drive to the Curragh. And I would go find the cover of the forest, which I know which one I would go to. And I would park my car down there. And that's where I would lay for the first maybe week to see how things pan out.
That's good. I think that's okay.
Speaking of zombie sheep, have you seen the movie Black Sheep?
Yes.
It's
so stupid.
Incredible.
It's
incredibly
so
good.
It's so stupid. I love it. I love movies like that. Like, I think like a lot of the time when like I think one of my favorite zombie movies in general is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Have you seen that?
Fucking hell. They've got a zombie movie for everything.
It's so good though. It's like it's just so campy and silly, and it's got like Matt Smith in it. Who else is in it? Oh, there's a bunch of like
book as well.
Yeah, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And then they left it off on like kind of a cliffhanger. So I do hope there's another one at some point. But it was a very entertaining. It was a really good book. I really liked it. And a really good movie. So yeah, that's another one that if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. You should check it out.
So just in terms of like supplies and stuff, like I just have like the normal, like right now, like if the zombie apocalypse happened tomorrow, I just have like a normal amount of stuff in my house. So like I would have to go and buy like,
I have piss jars.
Buy like those like 10 kilo bags of rice and like all that kind of stuff.
Costco immediately.
Yeah. And like weapons, like I just have like kitchen knives, like I don't have weapons in my house.
Yeah, you don't have weapons. Do you have
some
like
small gardening tools?
Obviously, because you work construction.
Oh, I have tools. I have power tools.
So you should be able to like fashion something, maybe.
I've got a beautiful 24-ounce E-swing hammer that will do a lot of fucking damage to brains.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, I want that shovel that you have because that's so fucking cool. Like just for every day. I just want that in my house.
Yeah, it's handy to have.
I always like, I can.
Just when men come over to your apartment, you're just like, check out my shovel.
Yeah, I'll just put it down on the table, like when we're both sat on the couch and I'm like, anyway.
This is my self-defense.
Right, so eventually you guys are going to have to move, yeah? You're in some very built-up areas. It's going to get tricky. So now, here it comes, like, what are we packing here? You guys pack light so that you can kind of speed around, like, for convenience. But in that case, you're going to have to either learn how to hunt or scavenge. Or do you pack kind of heavy, load up the car with a lot of stuff, and then you're kind of set for a lot of supplies, but then you're kind of anchored down to your car or you're weighed down with your bag of supplies? No.
So like, if
I'm going lone.
Yeah, if you're going down the route of the car, you have to plan your route to get somewhere where eventually you're just going to run out of petrol. So like, you can pack your car with like, long-term supplies, but like if you're going to be doing like, say on foot raids when you're taking breaks in the car, you need to have just like a light pack. But like eventually you just have to plan for, okay, and this is where the car dies.
Yes, yeah,
But
yeah.
bear in mind as well, car is loud and car would get stuck. You can weave in and out of things with a motorbike.
So many zombies. Like,
yeah, not in a fucking traffic jam where it's like a pileup of cars in front of you.
Oh, yeah, not in traffic.
But that's what I mean. Like, and that's probably what most people have decided to do is like take their cars and drive. Whereas you can probably get more places without a car. Get a horse. I would get a horse.
But again, like these are all great.
If the horse becomes a zombie.
Exactly, zombie.
Well, just don't get your horse bit. Like that's the thing. Like you look after your horse. It's you and your horse. You keep your horse with you at all times, and you can bring your horse into buildings if you're taking shelter and stuff like that. That is another thing. Like that you can
like
do. Like you can't
just
exactly
into the west.
Yeah.
Just bring the horse into a block of flats. Yeah.
Colomini is just like pissed at you for it, but you're gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean? And like that's like I think get a horse is the easiest thing to do in the apocalypse because you're not relying on fuel for like either a bike or a car.
Can you ride a horse?
Yeah. Probably, I don't know.
Probably. There we go.
Like, figure it out.
Dani has never ridden a horse. There we go.
I have, because my sister used to do show jumping. So I used to go to I was going to say the rink. That's not what you call it. The
not a ring.
What do you call it?
The round.
Is it a ring?
Sand
stable?
arena.
I don't know. And now, to be fair, the horse that I did used to ride around on, his name was Guinness, and he was one of those like Budweiser horses that he was basically a couch. He was a couch with legs, basically. But I know how to do it. Like if my life depended on it, I could probably figure it out.
Your answers are telling me that you would be dead within hours of the start of the zombie apocalypse.
She would.
I would still try. But again, gun in my mouth if they can run.
I get you. And by the way, where do you keep that gun?
Yeah.
Again, you are going to get eaten so fast that it's your imaginary gun that you have in Cardiff.
No, but I just mean that, like, literally, I wouldn't get swamped here. It would be hard to get up to where I'm on the 17th floor in my building. You cannot get through without security letting you in. I would be okay here until
floor number. Now tell us the apartment number.
And we know the door is unlocked.
No one can get up, basically. Like I would probably end up either like dying and my cat would eat me, or I would eat my cat. Like it depends. I would probably not make it to horse riding, basically.
She would not make it to horse riding.
I don't think you're going to get to the horse. But this is actually beautiful because I genuinely wanted to kind of come at this where none of us are kind of, after discussing this beforehand, or we didn't have a lot of time to kind of think about it. And then when you're faced with these questions, you kind of have to say, yeah, how would I react?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's a tricky one, like.
Yeah, it is. How would you react? Like, what is your, right? So if it all like kind of dropped on the news, right, Justy, this is the question for you. And you saw it and it was just like, it's major cities that are affected the most.
Yeah.
So if you go to like when the whole COVID thing came out and it was like, you know, all of this shit, like no big offices, no crowds, like whatever. If it was kind of the news, I guess this virus was like trickling out towards the rural areas. How soon would you be gone after having received that first broadcast of this virus is traveling through Dublin City? How quick would you be packed up and gone?
I think my response would be more or less immediate. I'm a lonely single man at this point, and I don't have any kids to weigh me down. I don't have to bash their heads in with a hammer with tears in my eyes before I leave. So I could leave pretty fast. I would pack up my dog and my cat, and I would get into my car, and I would.
Are you gonna do a quiet place situation though? So like you're gonna make sure these pets are with you. Like, Oisin, are you gonna bring the 3 dogs?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I couldn't leave these.
Yeah, but like again, if you're in a quiet place.
Yeah, like the dogs are very yappy and they bark at like their own shadow, but like I'd kill the shit out of a bunch of zombies.
I think I like, because I'm getting to a remote area, I think I can get away with that. My one fear is that Vivian would just be so hard to get like into the car if we need to go. Like, you know what I mean? If we need to run, like such a little fucking like Dolly will do everything.
I'm fine.
Dolly will like is so well behaved. Like she'll get into the car when I tell her if it's ready to go, we're ready to go.
She'll put her own seatbelt on.
Yeah, I do think though that I will be having a teary goodbye to Vivian looking out the back of a car as I drive away. But also I do believe that
she's a cat, like she'd be fine.
Yeah, she will be fine. What I was going to say. They probably wouldn't eat her. Yeah.
If you were thinking of like the movie of My Zombie Apocalypse, there would be a B story of what happens with Vivian, and she would turn into like a little Rambo cat, and like she would survive the zombie apocalypse.
It's like that horror movie. Is it Good Boy, where it's just basically set from the dog's perspective?
I haven't seen it, but apparently it was really good.
Yeah, I loved it. It's harrowing. I loved it.
So again, like we've done these questions earlier on, kind of we naturally went to it, but like the leaving your area, do you guys know your routes and where you would go or how you would get there?
No.
Yeah, so again, Dani dead immediately.
Yeah, just so dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I moved here for a boy. I don't drive. I spent 6 years here with him, and he drove everywhere. And yeah, I don't. I don't get public transport either, so I would just rely on Ubers everywhere. And if there's no Uber drivers because they're all zombies, then yeah, I wouldn't know where to go.
Like public transport network would most certainly be gone.
Yeah,
I haven't used it anyway, so it would still be just as useful or useless. Like it doesn't really count. But yeah, it would be me and Ferguson. I think we would probably just have to wait it out here.
Oh, Shane, how would getting out of London be?
So like I would just head north. That would be the plan, to get out of London. And like I know the route, I know the roads. Yeah, I would just like look to get north, like towards.
But do you not think it would be bumper to bumper like that?
Well, that's what I was saying. That like at first I would like give it a couple of weeks.
Yes,
because you know the first couple of weeks people will be panicking, and then if like things aren't kind of manageable to stay in London, then it'd be like, okay, we go north. That's our plan. And then would probably try to get to, like, you know, in an ideal situation, you get to like, you know, somewhere in Scotland, because like it would be cold enough in winter that
I think the Highlands,
the zombies wouldn't be functional, but you're so isolated that supplies would be a major problem.
But again, you're going to have to start learning to live off the land at that point. And
yes.
This is what the preppers will all tell you. You can have so many cans of food, but eventually you're going to have to.
Yeah. You're going to have to
grow it.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to basically go back down to hunter-gatherer.
Yeah.
And then the Liver King is just laughing at all he is because he knows what to do.
He knew.
No, he'll run out of ketamine and he'll lose his mind.
Well, at least he can catch and skin a deer, and that's all you want in that point. Like,
he'll just kill his whole family. Like that's what's going to happen with the Liver King.
Yeah, ethically speaking, the Liver King probably isn't up there with people you want to trust during the apocalypse. But speaking of ethical guys, we have what don't you like, Dani? You can get that thought out.
I was gonna say I don't like any of my family, and I would probably eat
I
the
should have stopped
one.
you. I should have let you go. So, if you're going to mention your crazy brother,
my sister is.
She'll just use it as an opportunity to kill her family. Like she won't even be near them. Like they won't be zombies. She'll just like rock up and just kill them all.
Yeah, my mom and dad are gone. Like that's fine. Like I could like my sister's like American size 0. I think I could fucking brain her, and then I could use that for about maybe 5 days because she's so scrawny that like I could probably like maybe go off that for a week. Maybe I could like last another week off of that with no food. So it would get me somewhere. I think my brothers would kick the shit out of me, but yeah, she wouldn't be too hard to take. To be fair,
that doesn't sound ethical at all, Dani. Anyways, these are the ethical questions. We're after getting through. Sorry, I had to get it back. But we're after going through like the practical. What would we do, or what do we think we could do? But here's some ethical quandaries that we can get bogged down in. Right. So again,
I love that word. Nice
quandary.
Yeah, sexy.
So here's the old trope: if someone slows you and your group down, Do you abandon them? Do you leave them behind?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, that's a really tough one. Like, it depends on.
It's not tough for Dani.
No, but it's a tough one because, like, if the person like volunteers to be left behind, then you're kind of like, okay, fair enough. But like, if the person like is like temporarily injured and can recover, like, there is a reason to like help them survive.
Yeah, but this is where we're talking about survival as well. Like, if you've got like 5 people in your group to look after and one person is slowing the whole group down, in effect, this is a trolley equation or a trolley dilemma, which is, do you slow all 5 of you down wheel and risk the zombies, or just cut the dead weight and get the fuck out of there and make sure that you all...
Dead weight's out. That's what I would do. I don't care.
With the question, the way you answered the questions in the practical part, I just want you to know that you sound like you're the dead weight in all of these fucking scenarios.
That's fine. And I would understand. I would understand that. I would be like, yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Go fucking survive. If there's like less of a chance for me and more of a chance for these people, I'd be like, yeah, fucking go. It would be like Zombieland again. And I would show up in a fucking ice cream truck and my pink tracksuit. And I'd be like, oh my God. Like, literally, that's like, I would find my own way, but if I wasn't meant to, then fine. But I would never want to be the reason that a group was slowed down or a group couldn't survive, or like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want that to be me. So yeah, I don't think I would wait for anybody.
Dani, I love how you just come up with a scenario of like, yeah, and then I would arrive later on and you'd all be sorry. It's like if I'm asking you, what would you do if you stood on a landmine, and you're like, I would simply run away from the mine as fast as possible, avoiding the explosion.
No,
I would be left behind, seen missing, and then I would triumphantly return.
But no, I'm just saying.
And I would have superpowers.
The general question is, what would I do if I was the dead weight? I would just, I would accept it. I'd be like, I'm slowing you guys. That's fine. Go. Like, doesn't matter whatever happens to me or doesn't happen to me. I would still be like, if I am risking other people, then fine, go on without me. But if I am also the one in lead and other people are slowing me down, those people can fuck off. I get it either way.
Ocean, you seem like the kind of person that would take a leadership role if it was in a kind of a group situation. Do you think that would be a fair summation?
Probably, because like my job, like I manage like teams of people in work, and like even like, you know, and like other things I've done, I get impatient with other people's indecision, and I will like start to make decisions just to move things along, to just be like, okay, look, even if we start something and it's wrong, we can change it as we go. So I would very much be pragmatic about things, because I'd be like, you know, if say there was a group of like 10 people and they couldn't decide who was going to like, you know, scavenge for food, I would just be like, oh my God, like I'll go, you and you and you come with me. And that would be it. I would absolutely be that.
Yeah. I think that, because Oisín's been very much like, if I've made whatever decision, he's very much just like, okay, here's why this is the wrong decision and why you have retardation, and here's what you should do.
Okay, that's it. That's really good that you've come up with that idea. It's completely wrong, and here's why.
Exactly. And it's very patient, and it's very like, I see where you're coming from. I don't, but here's what you should and will do.
Yes.
Like, okay.
I've got a very barky dog here. I apologize for but I think,
is there zombies? Is she detecting zombies?
My lodger is home, and Dolly is just giving out because she thinks it's zombies. She thinks it's zombies at the door.
Is your lodger a zombie?
Oh fuck! I should probably check. She hasn't eaten me yet. Well, let's get back to another ethical question of: do you steal from others to survive? This scenario is kind of like, if you saw a weaker team and you saw your opportunity to take some food, would you steal?
Yes.
Dani
like
again.
Dani like straight away in there with the response that's just like, I would be the biggest cunt to everyone around me.
Yes.
I
would bring my horse and ice cream truck right up there, and I would steal all of the food.
My cat under my arm. No, I don't think I would, like, if I could help it, no. If I was desperate, maybe yes. But my first port of call would be to probably just, I guess, scavenge. And if I was at a point where I'm like, I'm fucking starving, like I don't know what to do, maybe, yeah, if I was in a position that I could rob somebody, I probably would. But it would be a last resort. I think I would kind of tend to leave people alone mostly.
Yeah, I would try to avoid people because, like, I would just be like, you know, there's other people out there who are more desperate and more willing to just like kill other people for their survival.
That's a really good point.
They would see you as a threat, and if you steal from them, then, you know, they're just going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to kill this guy now.
Yes,
so I'd just be like, you know, I'm just going to avoid people. If I saw like a bunch of like dead people and they had supplies lying around them, I'd be like, I'm looting those corpses. Definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Or if there was like, to bring it back to Days Gone, you a lot of the time will find like a little camp that's overrun in the game, and you can go and you can loot everything like in the camp and the corpses and stuff. Yeah, in that case, that's fine. But I think
that's fair game.
Yeah, generally I would leave people alone and just kind of stay out of the way.
So I suppose like the overarching question with these ethical ones is, does your morality change now that society has collapsed? Like when there's no laws or it's a matter of survival, do you think that your kind of base morality will kind of change? Like will there be different lines that you will now find yourself being able to cross?
I think so.
Yeah, because like if you're in a like kill or be killed situation, and you're just like in this like, you know, society where like everything has fallen apart, and you will have more people who are desperate and they're willing to kill. And if they're like, you know, threatening you, it's like, well, you know, I got to defend myself, which is like a ridiculous situation to think about. But like, you know, I think, yeah, if it was a kill or be killed, I think I would try to survive in that situation.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
definitely.
I don't know if I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd definitely kill other people. It's like, first of all, I would try to talk people out of it.
Yeah.
I just be like, look, man, just leave me alone. Like, I walk this way, you walk that way. Just forget about it. Forget you ever saw me.
Do try to not be in the position to make that decision.
Yeah.
First. Yeah.
But like, you know, if you're presented with something where it's like, okay, this guy's trying to kill me and I can't talk him out of it, I'd be like, I guess I have to defend myself with like all of my resources.
So I guess now what I would get to is the idea of what your reaction would be to the zombies. Now, we've seen a lot of media where like you just kill the zombies and you move on. It's kill or be killed in that situation. But let's say that you were faced with the zombie version of someone you loved.
Yeah.
Gone. This is dead. Gone.
Yeah. Okay, Dani, but again, you don't actually know that this can't be reversed.
I think,
but I always see that in shows and like movies and stuff where it's just like you have someone that will be like, oh no, but it used to be like my best friend or my dad or whoever, and they turn. I'm just like, you should fucking know that's not your best friend or your dad, whoever, because like, how long are you going to be around before you realize, oh, it's completely reversible and this person could have been saved in droves and droves of fucking thousands of people?
But like,
what is
if you were presented with a situation where it's like, okay, that's my wife, but she's been bitten by a zombie, she is a zombie, which means she's dead, and now she's trying to kill me, I'd just be like, I gotta cut her fucking head off. Like, you know, otherwise like I get bitten and then I die. And then that just happens to everybody. So you kind of have to just like, you just have to put it into a box, the feeling that you're feeling, and then kind of go, okay, I have to deal with the situation, and then I'll deal with the emotional trauma later.
You're not killing that person. You're killing what that already. Person's become. Yeah.
They're dead already. Yeah.
Exactly. That person like is got like the soul is a completely different thing to
not real.
To the body, to the corpse or whatever. It's just gone. And like that's another thing. It's just like
Dani, you just agreed with Oisin there and then disagreed with him
and then
in the
was
same
just
sentence.
And it was just going back to the soul. It's like,
no,
Oisin, you're right, there are no souls. Then the soul is precious.
No. I just mean like as a person, like that it's not the person that you know anymore, basically.
Yes, like the person is gone.
Yeah.
It is a husk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like that's the thing. I think like you can kind of like I know you always see in movies and TV where they're like the person's like, so Walking Dead, for example, when is it season 2 and the doctor keeps all his relatives like in the barn as walkers. Herschel, yes, thank you. That is a very real thing that I think a lot of people would probably do. They'd be like, oh well, I'm going to keep them because especially Herschel was a doctor, or was he a vet or a doctor?
He was
one of them.
He was an ex-doctor who now owned a farm.
Yeah, and he was convinced that it could be reversed. So basically, he kind of like held on to his family because he was like, no, someday like they're going to figure out how to reverse this, and we're all going to go back to normal, and they're going to have their treatment. I get that. I do get that. But at the time, you have to like realize that there's like troves and troves, millions of people that are under that. Like it's not like it's going to be someone clicking their fingers and then it's reversed and you're a normal person.
Have you ever seen The Mist?
Yes.
So like that ending,
in a long time.
That ending is like, so spoiler to anyone who hasn't seen the movie The Mist, which has been out for forever.
Yeah.
But he kills his family thinking that is the last choice. And then he doesn't have another bullet for himself. So he walks into the mist thinking that these monsters are going to kill him, and he sacrifices himself. Yeah. But as he gets into the mist, he realizes that the military have now taken control and are killing the monsters. And if he just waited like 30 seconds, he would have seen that him and his family were safe. But instead, he murdered them all. So, Dani, you could murder all your loved ones and then a big tannoy will come up going, zombie apocalypse is now over. Please stop killing your family. Bing bong.
As I said, my parents are both dead. I wouldn't really care. I'd be like, it's no loss really. It's fine.
Right. So your friend has been bitten, right? They show you, they roll up their sleeve, they show you their arm, and they say, I don't think I'm going to make it. You can see the sweat already on their brow. They're starting to go pale. Do you leave them? Let them turn? Do you stay with them until they turn and then kill them? Or do you end their suffering while they're still alive and have their humanity?
End it.
So I think if they asked for the like suffering to end, I'd be like, okay, we need to just do a very quick way to get rid of this
shot in the head.
You know, shot in the head, or like
Daddy's imaginary gun.
Yeah, the imaginary gun. But yeah, like if
I'll
someone
chop
has
it off
bitten,
with your shovel.
Well, like if someone's been bitten, you're just like, okay, look, you're going to turn into a zombie. Like you can't you can't sit with us. You know, this
exactly.
I think we can all agree that this person can't stick around in the group. But the question is, do we just leave them? Let them become a zombie?
So I would give them the option to just like, you know, okay, you need to walk as far away from it as you can. Yeah, I would just be like, look, you can go. You probably have, you know, give them like a weapon. Just go, look, you can kill yourself, or you need to get as far away from us as possible, and we're going to stay going. But you have to make your own decision.
I need to know that they were dead. I need to do it myself.
Dani, I'm learning a lot about you today. And it's all stuff I think I should have already known, judging by what you're into. But like, it's jarring hearing it come straight out like this. Like, I would kill everybody around me.
I would if I had to, if I needed to, and if I like. This is the thing. Like, it's not like, say, I'm not going to be like, right, say Justy, it's you that's injured and you have like a sprained ankle. I'm not going to fucking leave you behind. But when it's something that it's like you've shattered your fucking shin bone, I'm going to be like, oh, dude, like if we did get you to safety, how long is it going to take for us to fucking rehab you and to get you back? Like, we're not going to be able to. Like, you might as well be a horse, like, and break your leg in that instance.
You're going to put me down?
Exactly. And that's the thing, is like, you don't stand a fucking chance. We can't take you anywhere.
You would want like, fucking army is what I'd say. I would say that me with a sprained ankle or a broken leg is worth two of you with your fucking tits flapping. Like I'd survive that zombie apocalypse.
Out of spite, yeah. Well, that's fine. In that case, I would just leave you there. I would just leave you in the fucking safe house that we had, and
you'd see me rock up in an ice cream van. And you'd be fucking raging.
I have no doubt.
With a horse in the passenger seat.
And then I'd be like, listen, about all that back there, we're cool, right?
You see me rocking up with like my homemade bow and arrow, my fucking...
your metal leg.
Big fucking Mad Max head on me.
Yeah. Next question.
Yeah, so okay, like we'll get off the kind of ethical stuff, and here's a big question I'd love to know. Would you trust the likes of your government or the military to have your best interests at heart?
Absolutely not.
Never. Like, categorically, no.
Never. No. Like they don't have our best interests in heart right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like,
they don't want kids to have lunch.
Absolutely not. If there's a war, they're reintroducing a draft. Like, it's just not. Absolutely not.
So when you see these movies, there's always like these military camps that they set up for you to go and find. And this is the thing, like, I better get to this place because the military have a compound.
They're going to save us all. Yeah.
I'd just be like, I don't want to be near the fucking military. Like,
they're
definitely.
I would rather be on my own.
Every woman who's in there.
I definitely think that you guys are onto the right course there. It's like, I don't want to go where there are cages and men with guns, and I am not one of the men with guns, because that is always going to be where there's power, there's corruption, where there's power, there's abuse. And I think these guys with their guns, they're going to definitely abuse that power.
There's no morality at all. Or like anything in the military. There just isn't. There's no thought for human life or anything like that. So it's like, why would you trust them? Like, I'd sooner trust myself, who apparently is a horrible bastard in a zombie apocalypse. But like,
I'd say just horrible bastard. I don't think you need zombie apocalypse in that sentence, Dani. I think we're learning that you're just a horrible bastard.
Yeah, just like everything's like, I'd find reasons. Like, she would seek out people to kill them. Like,
exactly. That's exactly
like,
it.
Now is my chance.
She's like, I'm going to murder these people and pretend they were zombies.
Yeah.
We just know.
I saw it. She was bitten, I swear.
The only thing that I am like literally going on is I'm like, how much chance does the other person have? And if it's not a lot, then I'd be like, well, I have more. I'm going to go. I'm not going to actively be like, I'm going to kill you and rob you. I'm not going to do that. But like, I'm also not going to fucking be an empath.
You're not going to be the bitch of the apocalypse.
Yeah, and I'm not. And you see it in zombie movies all the time. It's like, wait, no, that's my dad, and they won't leave the fucking bedside of the guy who's turning into a fucking
zombie.
zombie.
Get eaten by their dad.
Or like, do you know what I mean? Like they insist on staying, and then like, it's just, I'm not smart about a lot of things. To quote Forrest Gump, I may not be very smart, but like, I would be the Forrest Gump of the apocalypse. I would know enough to just get the fuck out of Dodge before I got AIDS.
You just run away.
Yeah, I would run. I just kept on running. Like, I would just literally, like, I would just be a one-track mind, focus on the future, how I'm moving on to these things.
That's where I'm fucked now, because I'm so like not fit right now. I'm like, if the apocalypse landed now, I'd be like, I don't have the cardio for this. I better have a good
but
hammer.
I'm the same. If they can run, I'm fucked. If they can shamble, I think I'll be a little bit okay. Like, I can last.
One of the rules in Zombieland is to have good cardio.
Yeah.
I know, but they can run, those zombies.
Yeah.
So we just have to pray that they're George A. Romero zombies and not fucking who did Zombieland? I know it's Woody Harrelson and no.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who wrote it. It is Woody Harrelson in it.
The good Woody, not the bad Woody.
I don't know.
Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone,
and then that girl,
Abigail Breslin.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the hell?
How do you know her name?
I love her. She did Scream Queens, that show with Emma Roberts and Ariana Grande, and it was very good. And she was Little Miss Sunshine as well.
Yeah. Right. So we've survived the chaos. It's kind of died down a bit. There's still zombies roaming around there, but like, again, we're after escaping. We're after getting out into a more rural area. Things are kind of after dying down a little bit. So do you try to rebuild society? And if so, what does that society look like? And what would your role within it be?
No.
I would not try to rebuild society. I would want to just be left alone, because I'd be like, right, zombie apocalypse has happened. It will probably happen again because people are stupid. And I would want to be like in a house in the countryside with a bit of land where I would be like, you know, farming and living on the land. And if anyone trespassed, I'd be there like, you know, with some kind of weapon being like, get off my lawn.
Get off my property. Yeah.
Off my property.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there, but I definitely think that I would be the kind of person that would try to make a little bit of a community. So like at the start, I know we said like keep the group small at the start, but I think like to survive in a post-apocalypse scenario, not while the apocalypse is happening, so the post-apocalyptic, I do think that you will need more skills than maybe I have. So it would be better for me to have a small group, like a medium group of people in a kind of a communal area. And
are you just volunteering yourself to stud?
I'm basically volunteering. I was getting to the fact that I would need a harem of women if they wanted me to build them shelter. I am
going to, by the way, call Alex right now to see what his apocalypse plan would be. Because I think he would be far more intelligent than any of us.
Well, it doesn't matter because his massive cock will weigh him down, and he won't survive the apocalypse.
Bingo. Right, let's put him on speaker and see. He's probably not going to answer, but whatever.
Hello, Dani. It's me, Alex. I'd survive the apocalypse by being cheeky and from Liverpool. It's hilarious that this is the content that we will have to like edit.
This will all be edited out.
And it's Alex that will literally have to do it himself.
Yeah.
I know. Fuck this bitch.
Alex, you are going to be listening to this. Please let us know what your apocalypse plan would be. All right, so let's put a bow on the apocalypse here. To end, I think it would just be very interesting to put this question to the audience. If you guys are out there, if there's anybody listening, hopefully you're not listening in the post-apocalyptic future and you don't actually have the answers to these questions. But it would be very interesting to know, do you think you would survive? Do you have a plan? And what would the plan look like? And if you learned anything from us today, I don't think we have helped anybody get through an apocalypse today with our answers, but it would be interesting to know if anything we have said has changed anybody's mind on whether they are thinking seriously about preparing for a zombie apocalypse. For me, I would say, get yourself a little bag together. Get yourself a Chinese army shovel.
Get a shovel.
Just throw a couple of tins of beans in there just in case. I won't say be prepared, but be prepared to be prepared.
Do you think that should be our first merch would be like a Hocus Pocus themed Chinese army shovel? I think that would be great.
Yeah. If
a bag and the shovel, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, if we could get that working, I'm sure that we will definitely put ourselves into debt trying to brand a bunch of army shovels.
Made to order. I think that's fine.
Okay, so everybody at home, let us know if you would like to purchase a Hocus Pocus, Lack of Focus army shovel and what you would be willing to pay. Don't forget to use code "This Isn't Happening" when you get to checkout. I think we can wrap it up. I think in conclusion, Oisin would survive on a small plot of land, and he would shoot trespassers on sight.
I would.
I personally would now be living in my own commune where I would have my own religion. Multiple wives. I would definitely be opening up a cult.
You'd be Jonestowning.
Yeah, I would be Jonestowning.
Yeah.
Danny,
dead on day one.
You would have drank the Kool-Aid on day one. There's no doubt in my mind.
Day one.
With everything everywhere you have answered this, you would be at day one. You would be fucking
and like
absolutely.
She would walk outside, slip on someone's blood, hit her head, and be dead. Like it wouldn't even be a zombie.
You say that, right? It would either be that, or I would survive so far because I would just fucking killing everyone around me. And hiding. That's that. I would. It would be either or. To be
either
fair.
or. Right?
And 99.9%
chance dead on day one. 0.01% chance you become Furiosa.
0.1%. I'm a warlord.
Post-apocalyptic badass.
Yeah.
In that 0.1, I'm a warlord. So we'll see what happens.
Tina Turner from Mad Max.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Check back in here when the apocalypse happens.
So
we'll still be doing the podcast. Is that what you're saying?
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. Get into the comments. Find us on Instagram. If you have listened this long for this fucking disaster of a podcast, thank you. I have been Justy. He has been Oisin. She has been dead since minute one. This podcast was produced by Alex Quinn. Thank you for hanging out with us for a spell.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Happy apocalypse.
Bye.